What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Redriveraviation. Hope you guys had a fantastic day today. And today we have the September 2023 Pensacola International Airport update for you guys. I really hope you guys are excited for today's videos. Today we have a very exciting Pensacola update in store for you guys. We got some various aircraft changes, some new movements, and all kinds of fun items to dive into in today's airport update. I really hope you guys are excited for this. And without any further delay, let's go ahead and get started. We're going to start right here with this United Airlines Airbus A320-200 currently taxiing into the ramp. This aircraft currently making a non-stop service coming in from Houston today, and we'll be heading back out there. Very consistent here on the 320 lately. This has been all they've been moving. Hope an Evo Blue release comes out at some point from GeminiJets, NG models, Panda models, or somebody else. It would be great to see that. But nevertheless, certainly great to have this GeminiJets Continental Globe in here for the moment, and it will serve its purpose well until that one comes out. Currently taxiing into the ramp right here, we have a special livery, the Southwest Airlines 737 MAX 8 Canyon Blue Retro. I'm filming this a little bit in advance, so at this point, we might be down to our final ones, maybe not even have any Canyon Blues left. So really surreal to think about that. This is going to be the MAX 8 currently coming in right now from Dallas, Love Field that is, and now it's going to be heading over to Kansas City on the Saturday only service, which is really cool, Saturdays and Sundays. And also a quick reference to the Airlines International 2024 convention that will be taking place in Kansas City from June 26 to 29 in 2024. Highly recommend making your arrangements. Check out airlinesinternational.org. It is a super cool convention, and if you haven't checked out my content from the convention yet, definitely do so, as you'll not be disappointed. It is the place to be as an aviation enthusiast. But really great to see this aircraft coming in from there. It's a really cool route here to Pensacola, and if you do live in the area, there you go. So very excited for the convention. It's going to be very fun, but Southwest continuing to do well, and we'll see many of those when spotting there at Kansas City during the convention. Currently taxiing into the ramp as well, we have this American Eagle Embraer J-175 on the behalf of Envoy coming in from Chicago, and we'll be heading over for Republic next, heading on up to, let's see, I'm sorry, so let me track back a little bit here. So Chicago is still operating through September. LaGuardia is not. LaGuardia for Republic is not. So we'll, in conjunction, send this aircraft instead to Washington National, which is seeing currently this and an Airbus A319 on a daily basis. So when they get all these Saturdays onlys, it can certainly make it a little bit challenging to figure out which is what and so on and so forth. So glad to get that figured out there, but nevertheless, looking really great and excited to see where this aircraft will go in the near future on the various services here. Cessna 172 currently making a local flight around the area here on your left, and we have a Challenger 300 in here today. This aircraft made a non-stop service from Houston Hobby, and now it's going to be making a pretty short flight over to West Palm Beach. We have a UPS Airbus A300 freighter coming in from Albany, Georgia, and we have a UPS Boeing 757-200 coming in from Louisville. Glad to see the consistency here from our cargos. Really cool to see that, and it'll be interesting to see where the cargo landscape goes in the future, whether we get like Prime Air or maybe we'll see, but it will be very interesting to see if anything changes here. Really exciting, you have the Delta Airlines Boeing 757-200 back in here today at Pensacola. How exciting is this? This aircraft just made in from the Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson International Airport. So really cool to see Delta back with the 757 here at Pensacola. It's been really fun to watch their journey here with the 757 coming in for a couple months, then going out, coming in, coming out. It is back here, really exciting to have it, and it'll be interesting to see how it leads up going into the future. I think this is one of the coolest 757 routes. I mean, obviously you have some really cool ones such as Baltimore and Raleigh-Durham and a few others, but really cool to see Pensacola on the lineup for the size of the airport. Really cool to see this and really throwing it back to when Delta did this very consistently back in like 2007, 2008. So really cool to see this right here. This aircraft, like I said, coming in from Atlanta today. Very awesome plane. Really glad to get to see it here, and it is a really cool aircraft. So Delta heading over to Atlanta. Then we have the Frontier Airbus A320 NEO. This is going to be Ed, Eddie, and Edwin, the Penguins. This aircraft is currently making a non-stop flight today, currently making a service in from Denver, and we'll be heading back out there. And Denver is daily this month. How about that? So yeah, I didn't even know Frontier even was permitted to do daily flights. I'm being a little sarcastic because they don't have many at all outside of some of the biggest cities to the biggest cities like Dallas to Denver and everything. But yeah, Pensacola sliding in here, getting a daily service for Frontier. How impressive is that? So if you are looking to go to Denver, now you have a daily option from F9, as this makes a bunch of sense in my opinion, as Southwest and United dropped their Saturday only service for the fall season. So Frontier certainly took advantage of that, and it'll be really exciting to see how they utilize the capacity, and hopefully they're able to fill them. I think they definitely can. So I'm hopeful that they're able to profit off that, and it looks like the trajectory is looking really bright here for Frontier at Pensacola. So excited to see where it goes from here, and hopefully they'll continue to add new routes as they come and go. Not really as they come and go, but just in waves, if you know what I'm saying. Okay, hello Spirits. Airbus A319 100 is currently making a non-stop service coming in right now from Orlando, and we'll be heading out to Fort Lauderdale. Glad to see both those doing very great for Spirit. They have a really nice variety there with the frequencies and the just overall various elements that they have there. It's very consistent, but at the same time, just cool to see like 10 weekly to Orlando, then a daily to Fort Lauderdale, so on and so forth. So glad to see Spirit doing really well. Again, this aircraft's currently making a service heading over to Orlando after coming in from Fort Lauderdale. Our next aircraft is going to be the Southwest Airlines 737-800. This aircraft has Scimitar winglets. This aircraft is currently coming in right now after a non-stop service from Nashville, and will now be continuing on over to, let's see here, trying to think of any that I've missed. Let's go with Houston Hobby for this guy. Really cool to see Southwest in the various Saturday, Sunday flights, along with the normal frequencies. They've certainly been making some really good lead leg, and I'm hopeful that they will continue to make major strides here at Pensacola. Excuse me, I'm sorry about that, but nevertheless, looking really nice there, and excited to see what happens with Southwest going into the future. Hello, American Airlines is Boeing 737-800 to start us off here at gate 9. This aircraft is kind of making a non-stop flight coming in from Dallas-Fort Worth International Airport as usual, and we'll be heading back out there. Really cool to see Dallas continuing to thrive on these 737s. Considering this was a 145 at one point, really cool to see so many mainline services, and really speaks volumes about Pensacola's capacity. So I'm excited to see where it's going to go from here. Only up for sure, and Dallas is a great hub to say the least. An Airbus A319 100 coming in right now from none other than Washington National. Really cool to see this service. Again, it's on the A319, but this month, instead of being Monday, Friday, it's every day of the week on that flight. So the 3 p.m. arrival is a 319 every day, and then a CRJ comes in, I believe, as an overnight or earlier in the day. So very cool to see that. It's pretty much a monopoly here, as United used to have Washington Dulles. That ended. And yeah, so it's just American here operating the Washington. So they're certainly taking advantage of that with the bigger capacity, and probably also fairly high ticket prices. So good job on American for making that a really good route for them. And it's exciting to see where they'll go from here. Okay, the American Eagle CRJ 900 from PSA right there, currently making a nonstop service in from the Charlotte Dulles International Airport. That aircraft will be turning around back out there. Yeah, kind of crazy to see that this aircraft, the mainline service for this month has been axed, but I'm sure that'll be back soon enough. They kind of just come in waves. So it's 5 daily CRJ 900s, which is pretty fitting here, as they need a bunch of frequencies there. So I think it works out pretty well, and pushing a bunch of people through Charlotte, no doubt. So glad to see that. The United Airlines Airbus A319 100 Continental Gold Colors is currently coming in right now after a nonstop service from Chicago O'Hare. This aircraft will be heading back out there. Really cool to see the Chicago O'Hare flight. I think that's absolutely fantastic on the A319 to complement American Saturday only. Really, they have the upper hand on that, and it's cool to see that, you know, America kind of took Washington, and United's pretty much taking Chicago. So how about that? And then Southwest had the Midway Saturday only there during the summers. So, but I think United's doing pretty good on that if they're operating at 319. And then we have this American Embraer 175 at the very end of the concourse. This aircraft's coming in from Miami on the Saturday only service. Try to stabilize that out as much as possible, but wanted to get a little bit more of a realistic view. I think the windows look pretty cool back there. This terminal building certainly needs a little bit of work, since it was painted well over 4 years ago, working on FI, which is kind of a heart dropper just considering how long this airport's been a part of the channel, but certainly a really cool plane at that, and it's been awesome to see. Let me swing around here, and let's take a look at this United Airlines 175 that is not supposed to be here. Sometimes when I'm changing out the aircraft, I kind of get confused. But we're going to say that this was the last flight of the season in from Denver on the Saturday only service. I bet they ran it one Saturday into the month, so why not? This United 175 coming in for the Saturday only service to Denver, and this will be the final one of the season. So it'll be exciting to see when this service comes back, and hopefully it'll be better than ever when it does. Very exciting, and that's a great service. So for now, Frontier's edge, but we'll see how the other airlines react. The silver ATR 742-600 is currently making a non-stop service right now, coming in from none other than Tampa, and we'll be heading out to Orlando next. Cool to see that Spirit's continuing to thrive there, and I'm really excited to see what their future will be on those services. And who knows, maybe they'll add like a Greensboro or something at some point, considering some of the random cities they've added lately, but that is to be determined. And last but certainly not least, we have none other than a beautiful American Eagle CRJ 900 from PSA Airlines. Ooh, Focus really decided it was not its turn today. Try to get it out of macro. Very good. This aircraft's kind of making a non-stop service coming in right now from There we go. Let's see here. So this aircraft's going to be heading over to Charlotte after coming in from Philadelphia. So cool to see Philadelphia continuing to thrive. It's a really cool route. I think they're doing a really good job with it. So excited for Philadelphia, and that is a really great service right there. And just like that, that'll do for today's Pensacola International Airport update. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this one. Certainly some really nice moving pieces here between the American services and then the United, along with Frontier's daily mainline, and then you got Delta, Southwest making a couple of moves. So certainly quite a bit going on here. And I'm really excited to see where it's going to go from here in regards to the various services, Saturday only flights, which are really big at this airport, and hopefully some more. Who knows, maybe even Allegiant will launch a couple routes sometime, but they have Destin right down the road, so that kind of speaks for itself. But then you have Phoenix Mesa, Phoenix Sky Harbor, along with, let's see here, Baltimore and Washington Dulles, even though those are two pretty far spread out airports. But you guys know what I'm trying to say here. They do have some cities where they do that. So, but it's really exciting to see what's going on here, and hopefully maybe even another low-cost carrier. Somebody else will make a debut. I think Breeze Novello one day maybe can make an impact here, or somebody else. It'll be exciting to watch, and I'm certainly excited to capture the journey for you guys. But with all that being said, that'll do for today's video, everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed today's video. My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust the process. Do you love and love what you do? My name is Redriveraviation. I want to thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon as Redriveraviation is signing off.